No, don't do that. No. The cat wants to jump on my ginger tea. Why is he doing that? That's not something you jump on. He was like preparing. He was like shaking his butt like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to jump right into that green tea." What a bastard. Hey, what's up, Sandeep Kumar? All right, another day, day three, and we are up what, 150 bucks, $50 a day times 20 trading days. That's a grand a month. That's 12 trading months. That's 12 grand a year. Again, we're starting small and we're keeping it simple, keeping it easy, keeping our goals nice and light. We're not going crazy, right? We're not going nuts. So, first things first, we check what Bitcoin is doing. Whoa, Bitcoin is bouncing. Got a nice big bounce today. Got a nice big bounce. So let's move on down. Let's move on down. The market moved up bigly. Man, she's a good signal. What's her name? I forgot her name. Porter's Gold Rush is a she's a good signal. That old ma'am is a good signal. She says that the market up bigly, and I'm looking at Bitcoin and I'm like, what is she talking about? It moved $2,000 up. It moved $2,800 up. But you know what's funny is she's just you can tell she's very short term minded because ma'am, this moved $2,800, but it has dropped a whole 41,329. So you mean to tell me that we're up bigly when we've dropped $41,000 and we just recovered what 2,700 of that? That, ma'am. That's not recovering bigly. Look at this. This is what she's excited about. Yeah, remember all those memes of the people who get excited when the stock, finally makes a move to the upside after a huge drop? That's what's going on. It's probably time to short if she's getting excited. I am driving and look at BBI up. But yeah, I'm looking at Bitcoin, right? We need to care about Bitcoin. What's it doing? Well, it's doing a whole lot of nothing. So we got to look at everything else and see what's going on. Let's look at BBAI. Oh, 10.99%. Let's see what's going on. Technology sector recovering. What matters today is are we going to finally, like, is this it? Is this the bottom or what? What's going on? Like, we're not going to just get faked out again. You know what I can do is I'm going to add probably 100 shares of SoFi no covered calls. If I sell covered calls, no, yeah, no covered calls. Um, but yeah, let me just check. Oh, hell yeah. We need this to come down. Got plenty of signals on the smaller time frames. Plenty of signals. APLD up 15%. Up 15%. Look at that. Look at that. Look at poor Maganik. Poor Maganik. He's missing out on 15% plus over and over again. Did we get a signal? We're waiting for that weekly signal to go long. Nope, not yet. Not yet, but it is looking really good. We need the signal. We need the signal. All right, so our Riot stock shares. Remember the covered call from yesterday that we sold on the Riot stock shares? Well, those are gonna get called away, and we're gonna make money. Remember, we bought at 13.37, and I told you guys, hey, $14 strike, covered call expiring tomorrow. We made $9 premium, plus the shares getting called away today. Assuming this closes above 14, how much do we end up making? We end up making about what, $70? Is that math? No, yeah, it's about $70. Poor Joey Shaw. Right now, Joey Shaw, he's working for $20 an hour. Poor guy has to work 3 hours and a half of his life to make that same 70 we're about to make at the end of this day. So that's a nice 70 right there. Again, the goal is $50 a month. We're focused on building good habits. Building good habits. The goal is not to get rich quick. The goal is not to go for these 20, 30 percenters, 100 percenters every day. None of that crazy stuff. No, we're going to keep it short, sweet, to the point. Short, sweet, to the point. I was looking at the coin flipper. Let me see if I can find the coin flipper. Coin. Yeah, let's flip a coin, guys. Right? Good morning, and wow, look at APLD. Glad I did not sell. Exactly. You buy good companies and you'll be fine. I wonder if I hope NUAI is moving, because if that's not moving, that's going to be disappointing. Ooh, NUAI did not move. It did not. It's not looking good. That's why you don't buy garbage. You buy the king, not the pawn. You buy the king. All right. So heads we make $500. Tails we lose $500. Ready, set, go. All right. All right. Let's see. Up. Oh. Yep. Look at that. Up 500. Up 500. Let's flip this 10 times. All right. Oh, up 1,000. Look at that. Ooh, we just lost 500. Oh, we're only up 500 now. Ooh, oh. We're up 1,000 again. We're up 1,000 again. Oh, 1,500. We are making money right now. Wow, we're up $2,000. Wow, 2.5K. Ooh, down to 2K. We got two more flips. Oh, 2.5K. And boom, we ended up 3K in the profit. Look at that. When you flip a coin, as long as you land more on heads than tails, you made more money. That's assuming, of course, that you don't go all in, right? That's not what I just showed you. People don't do that. They don't keep their risk to reward, the same. Either I make 500 or lose 500. This is the reality. This is what people actually do. Ready? This is going to be a fun little exercise. So this is what people do when they go into the markets. This is what they do. Ready? They go all in because they want to get rich quick. So heads, if it lands on heads, we made money. If it lands on tails, we hold a big bag because it dropped 50% plus. Ready? Oh, we're finished. That's it. It's over. The game is over. We came into the markets with 600K account, and if it lands on heads, we would have made some money, and if it lands on tails, we hold a big bag. Now we're down 50% on that 600K, and we can't flip a coin because that money is tied up on the bag. So now we're down 300K, and either I take the loss and hope I score big. Well, I guess I'll take the loss and let me try to make back my money. All right. So if it lands on heads, I start to grow my account back to 600K. Ready? All right. That has to land on heads. Oh hell yeah! I made some money. I didn't double my money, but I made money. Let's go. Come on, we got to do this. We got to get. Oh wow! Second coin flip, and I'm down another 30%. And now I'm holding a bag again, and I don't know why. I'm just trying to get back to break even, right? I'm just trying to get back to 600K, and I just keep getting destroyed here. Like, I guess I got to take this loss again. So now I'm down to, let's say, 220K. All right, let's go even riskier. We really need to make back the 600K that we started with. We need to get back to break even, right? We need to get back to break even, and I need to make more on top to make up for the lost money that I didn't make because I lost. Like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense, but let's go, right? We need to land on heads multiple times so we can really score big and get back to 600K trading account. Let's go. Heads. Oh, wow, what a stroke of bad luck. Now I'm down from 220K to 160K. Wow, I am getting absolutely destroyed now. My account, I got to go to Wall Street Bets, and I got to let them know, like, I'm just a big idiot who keeps going all in, trying to make back, claw my way back to 600K account, which is what I started with. Now I'm down to 160K. Ooh, I'm going to have to buy a penny stock and hope that this thing goes to the moon. So let's buy that penny stock and let's hope, right? Hopefully we don't get oh God, my account is down 80%. All right, now I'm destroyed, and I'm gonna have to borrow 100K from my dad. All right, boom. Let's just, let's start fresh. 2026. Let's start all over again. We're not gonna change the strategy. We can make it work. We're gonna go to back. We're gonna get back, claw our way back to 600K. So again, same thing. Heads, we make money. Tails, we just got destroyed. All right, let's go. Come on, we got this. There's no way this can't fail. This is gonna. I'm gonna score big one of these days. Oh my God, this is just. I am. You don't lose when until you sell. So I'm not gonna sell this time because this is my dad's money. I'm not gonna. We don't lose until we sell. So I'm just gonna wait for it to come back up for me. All right, there you go. That's a great example of the difference between most people and actually just going for the $50 or $500, and it'll slowly add up. $50 a day, $1,000 a month, and then you'll scale up as you get more experienced. Oh, now I'm gonna make 100 a day, and that's 2 grand a month. That's 24K a year, and then 500. Your goal will be 500 a day, and then you'll be making 100K plus. But you gotta build those good habits first, starting with just making $50 a month. I mean, not a month, a day. So there you go. A nice little exercise. Nice little exercise there, right? No, no biggie, no biggie, right? All right, let's look at what's going on here. So Bitcoin should bottom here. This has to bottom. If it doesn't, that's gonna get ugly. That's gonna get ugly if it doesn't bottom. All right, so let's continue to build our good habits, and let's just go through our favorites, and let's see what are we doing today. We're going long, we're going short. We already know we're gonna make money on Riot stock. Either we keep the premium or those shares get called away. So we win either way, right? We win either way. SoundHound, Netflix, XLK, MVST looking good. Nothing to be concerned about. Pony looking ready to blow. MP, SoFi, my goodness. Let me look at SoFi. Is that looking ready to blow too? I need SoFi to pull back a little, but it might not give me the signal. So what should we do here? Mr. SoFi being a little cute here. Being a little cute. Doesn't want to wait for the shades. Doesn't want to wait for me. All right. So I think I don't even know. Can you guys hear the cat crying? All right. He just headbutted the mic. He did it again. Yep. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right. What's up? Hmm? Hmm? You want jewel chicken, hot and spicy? Because I'm about to order some jewel chicken, hot and spicy. Hot and spicy wings. All right, let's go back to the 3-minute time frame. Again, we're going to build good habits here. Today's a day to go long. Let's see, 20. Oh, ooh, that cat he really wants to knock down my ginger tea. He just refuses to back down on my ginger tea. I don't know why he's so insistent on knocking down my ginger tea. I'm just looking to see where's the money at. Look at Riot. That looks good, right? Doesn't that look good? We might buy more Riot. We might buy like 500 shares. Why not, right? Let me look at the. We got to continue to build good habits. RKLB looks like a solid stock. I'm sure it is a good solid stock. Pony. Man, I woke up a little late, so a lot of these stocks already made their big move to the upside. And that sucks because we have to wait for the signal. We have to wait for the long signal. We need the long signal or else it's just a waste of my time. Clover Health. USAR, a lot of green across the markets. Well, guys, I mean, and I said this yesterday, whether we go up or down, we still make money. So what's the issue, right? What's the problem? There is no problem. There is no problem. Everything's well. Everything's fine. let's add some riot. Let's add some riot. You know, why not? Right? Why not? Let's add man, I need this to come down a little bit at least. So building good habits, right? We know that it's a nice big green day, but I mean, look at all these green candles on the way up, right? It's already moved from a low of 1370 to a high of 1419. Do I really want to chase all the way up here on the smaller time frames, hoping that, right? Do I want to chase high, hoping it goes higher? That doesn't make sense, right? That doesn't add up. I'm not. I'm gonna chase high to go high for what? So what we're going to do is we're going to have to sit back and wait for the signal. The signal being the white line crossing over the yellow line. You can see it happen here on the 3-minute time frame. We don't need the 200 weighted moving average. We don't need that. We don't need any moving averages here on the 3-minute time frame. We're just looking for that signal. We know it's a nice big green day, right? Everything's green. Cool, right? That also means that buyers are on our side. So all we got to do is wait for the signal. We wait for the signal, we jump in, and we go along, and woohoo! Everyone's happy, everyone's excited, and that's that. That's the story of the going long on a green day. Unfortunately, I didn't wake up early in the morning, or we would have, we would have just jumped in right here, and we could have taken it right up. We even got a second signal here, but that's fine. We'll wait for another signal. Might be a while, right? Let's see if it wants to cooperate and start coming down, right? If I had alerted it right now at 1420, well, I'm already down like 3 cents, right? So, what goes up must come down, and if it comes down, it should come down to like 14, because that's a big level. It had to get above 14 here, and it did. You can see it got rejected here at 14. Tried to go above 14 again, failed, and then it finally got the big boy breakout right here. So we know right now that on the 3-minute time frame, at least short term, this is a big support level. So yeah, look at that. If we bought at 1420, boom, it just immediately dropped like 10 cents almost. We'd already be down $50 automatically. So that's again, building good habits. We're not gonna jump in. We know it's a green day. We know things are gonna go up. Okay, that doesn't mean we're just gonna jump in. Like let me just buy up here, buy high on the 3-minute time frame. No, 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 no. We wait for that white line to cross over the yellow line. Look what happens when the white line crosses under the yellow line. We tank, right? We went down from 14 to a low of 1374. Look at that, 25-cent drop. Right, and then it just kind of chopped around here and still came down. So that signal, whether it's the white line crossing the yellow line or the opposite, white line crossing under the yellow line, it's a signal that it's going to come down, and that's what we're waiting for right now. We're waiting for that white line to cross under the yellow line and should come down lower. And we just kind of had to sit here and wait. We can buy 500 shares, flip it for 10 cents, quick $50. Poor Joey Shaw, poor guy. He has to work 2.5 hours for that same 50. Can you imagine? That would suck. Patience pays. Shout out to Stuff. Shout out to Bishwa Guru. I'm gonna call him 4040. I'm just gonna call him 4040. Let me just see if there's anything else. Sound just going sideways. Probably the most important thing today is, are we going to... Is this just a one-day thing, or are we actually going to go higher after this? I'm looking for signals here. We go off signals, baby, not out of just intuition. We need signals. Look at this. Ooh, NVIDIA. Looking like it's ready to break this downtrend. If it breaks this downtrend, oh boy, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. We need this to break that downtrend. Right here, look at that. That is, wow, that is perfect. It's almost too perfect. Look at that. Ooh, if we break that downtrend, because I'm holding NVIDIA at 197.5. I'm only near the top, but I don't care. I've been there. I held the top at 150, then it came down to 80. Don't care. You can buy the top on this every single time, and it always comes back up for you. NVIDIA is easy money. It wouldn't surprise me if this doesn't break out today and they just keep it pinned here. Just to tease you, just to make it seem like, oh, maybe it's going to happen, maybe not. Like that's kind of like what they like to do. They did it here, like, oh, we're gonna break out, psych, right? Oh, we're gonna break out, psych, maybe, or finally we get the breakout. This is a bullish falling wedge, so it looks like we might start coming up higher. Let me look at Palantir on that daily time frame. What's going on here? Breaking out, bull flag, boom, up. Okay, looking good. Bitcoin is still the one that I'm like, really? You're just gonna go choppy here and tease us? You know, like it doesn't know, it doesn't know where it wants to go. Oh, that kind of looks like a bear flag here. Actually, no. Did it just break the downtrend? No, it hasn't. It hasn't. Yeah, I need Bitcoin to break that downtrend too. Again, I will turn super bullish if we break the downtrend. All right, so to end this week's Mentor live stream, day 3, we're going to scale up a little bit and we're going to do 500 shares of Riot stock. So you'll be deploying about 5 to 6K. And we'll be looking to sell covered calls expiring next week. And if we tank, we can buy them back for a profit. If we go up, we will make quite a bit of money. We will no longer be making like 50, 30 bucks. Now we're scaling up to making, a few hundred. Let's just skip right to that good part. The part where we start making, a few hundred every day. And poor Joey Shaw, man. I think he works, what, 8 hours times 20 bucks? So he works 8 hours every day to make 160. If we can make that 160 in one trade, Monday through Friday, I mean, we don't even have to put in the 8 hours. We just put in the 30 minutes or whatever. I mean, you just click buy and then you click sell, right? So there you go. That's the goal. The goal is to show you that you don't got to be greedy trying to make so much so fast with some huge risks. Play it simple, play it easy, and you'll be making Joey Shaw money in no time without the 8 hours and the driving time and the unwinding time and waking up and getting, brushing your teeth because you don't want to be smelly. You don't want to be that coworker that smells bad. Maybe there's a cute worker, cute girl at work, and you're like, oh, I let me, let me slick my hair back. Oh my god. This is looking similar to last time, right? It just kind of went sideways here, found a bottom, and then pumped. So that's why I'm saying, you know what? We might scale up to 500 shares. Let's just jump right into it. Here we go. Whoa, it's already coming. Imagine if I had delivered this at 1420. Wow, I'd look like a fool. Good habits, building good habits. Let's wait for the signal. Oh, there's the signal right here. There's the signal. White line has officially crossed under the yellow line. Usually means what? That we are going to drop lower. So let's wait. Let's wait. We can be patient. We can wait. We can also use. What's funny is we can also use this as a buy signal real quick. When it crosses under, you can buy in and go long. We can also do that. That's a little more advanced. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Let me go to my Thinkorswim and log in because we're gonna get ready to load up on 500 shares. We're gonna start scaling up. You guys already know the drill. You guys, we were just buying 50 or 100 shares. Now we're gonna go to 500. Right? No big deal. No big deal. I think we can make the jump. Give me 1 second. Logging in. Logging in. Yeah, there's so many people messaging me right now. Oh my god, I didn't think we'd be up green like this. Oh my god. Oh my god. So many amateurs. They see one green day and think it's like, oh my god, wow, I can't believe like that we're like up. But a lot of amateurs, a lot of people who don't know what the hell they're doing. One little green candle and they're excited. They think, wow, look at this. It's just we are up. Yeah, so I'm looking right now. We can sell. I think we can buy back our right calls. Yeah, we can buy back our riot calls, guys. We'd lose 37 bucks on buying them back. We'd make money on the shares. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that. So let's close our covered calls here. Gonna close both covered calls, the ones for Riot Stock expiring next week and the one expiring this week. We can buy them back. Let's see if we get filled. We're gonna buy them back at a loss. That's okay. No biggie. No biggie. Yeah, we still end up making 25. Wow, we still end up making like 100 and something. Wow. Okay, let's close the positions here. No biggie. No biggie. I'm gonna keep saying no biggie. Let's see if we get filled. Let's see if we get these positions closed. We're buying back the covered calls at a loss, and that's okay because then we can sell the Riot shares at a profit, and we'll still end up making 100 bucks. Poor Joey Shaw, man. He has to work 5 hours to make that same 100. Meanwhile, while building good habits, we're about to make that same 100. Come on, I need this. I need these to. They're not getting filled. I need these covered calls bought back right now. Close selected. I'll just slap a market order, and that's okay. Again, we're just going to take the small loss. No big deal. We knew this could happen. We knew that we could potentially, rally, and we were going to take the loss on the covered calls and then buy them back cheap, buy them back more expensive and whatever. And we'll sell the shares we hold, and we'll make money. No biggie. No biggie, guys. Good habits. Good habits. Close selected. We're selling. I got filled. Took the loss on the covered calls. Selling the 300 shares of Riot. Boom. Market order just hit. Pow. And we made 100 and I think 115 bucks. Okay. Cool. 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 Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. So there we go, guys. This is why I said if you go long and short via the covered calls, well, if it goes up, if it rallies, we can buy back the covered calls at a loss, but we can sell the shares at a gain enough that we actually end up net profitable. If we had tanked, we would still make money and we'd hold the shares long and we'd be good anyways because we were going to hold Riot long anyways, right? Like, it's a win-win. Let me alert that in the Discord so make sure that they're not, falling apart there. But that was a nice 100 bucks. Poor Joey Shaw. We just made 100 bucks. When did we start streaming? Let me check. We started streaming 28 minutes ago. So let's round it up to in 30 minutes. We just made 100 bucks. That poor soul. 30 bucks. We made 100. Joey Shaw. He's working 5 hours today to make that same 100. That poor guy. That poor soul. Again, building good habits, not trying to get rich quick, none of that nonsense. Bought back all covered calls on Riot at a small loss at everyone. And sold the 300 shares of Riot stock at a, oops, I need to put that in the other room. In the other room, what am I doing here? Right here. At a gain, what? At a gain minus the loss from the bought back covered calls equals about 100 bucks net profit. Cool. Woo. Building good habits. Poor Joey Shaw has to work 5 hours to make that same 100. Ouch. At everyone. Boom. What did I sell that at? What did I get? 14 something. 1406. At 14.06. Easy money. Easy money. So there you go. We're up 250 for the mentor live stream. That's actually more than 50 bucks a day because this is the third day, so we're doing pretty good. We'll scale up today though. We're gonna scale up, so we'll start making more. But hopefully you guys are getting comfortable and building those good habits. Building those good habits. Today, BBAI shareholder meeting. Good. I'm not holding that one. RGTI is a buy. It's under the purple line. Sandeep, that's a buy. Shades, hope all is well. Yes, everything is well. Naveen Thomas. Shout out to Naveen Thomas. That's a very interesting Indian plus American name. Naveen Thomas. What did Trucker Jeff have to say? Damn, I didn't expect things to be up like this. Man, this guy, dude, this guy is such an amateur. One little green candle, and he's like, "Oh my god, I didn't see this coming." Like, bro, stocks go up and down. How do you, huh? How do you not like that? Doesn't even make sense. This is the good thing about having amateurs in your Discord is they're buy signals and sell signals, and they're a signal, that's for sure. I didn't expect things to be up like this. Wow, whoa, who would have thunk that stocks go up? I never would have figured that one out. That's awesome. Those are some great signals right there. That's a walking signal. All right, do we have our signal yet for Riot stock? No, we do not, ladies and gentlemen. White line has not crossed over the yellow. White line has not crossed over the yellow line. Let it come down. Let it come down. Let's see if this bad boy wants to come down back to 1350. Let's give it some time. In the meanwhile, let's look at some stocks. Any stocks you guys want me to look at while we wait for our signal? This is the boring part where we just have to sit and wait for our signal, unfortunately. Well, RGTI. Yeah, I heard space stocks moved, but again, we're not focused on pump and dumps. We're focused on buying good companies, cheap, under the purple line ideally, and we just buy and sell covered calls. And if it goes up, we buy back the covered calls at a loss, and we sell the shares at a gain, and we end up net profitable anyways. If it tanks, we make money buying back the covered calls, so we still make money, and we hold the shares long anyways because we were gonna buy Riot stock long anyways, right? So might as well make some money on the way down if it tanks. RGTI under the purple line, it's a buy. That does not mean it's not gonna. That doesn't mean it can't tank. It can still go down, absolutely. But it's a buy because nobody wants it down here. Look at that. Look at that. Every time it's down here, 66 cents ran to 20. Came down to the purple line here at $7, ran to 58, and here we are again. So I mean, it's a buy. That doesn't mean you can't get this. I mean, that doesn't mean it can't come down another 50%. It absolutely can. If it's a bear market, yeah, it can definitely come down lower. But that's the signal. You see it. I see it. Gotta have no fear. Hi, hello, 9379. I'm just gonna call people by their numbers. Hello, 9379. Yeah, you see how excited Trucker Jeff got? Oh my god, I didn't think we'd get Green Days. Oh no. Like, sir, that's the whole point of the markets. It's gonna go up and it's gonna go down. What did you expect, sir? Sir dummy, sir dummy. Um, let's look at SoFi again. SoFi looking good, right? Everything's looking fine. Nothing concerning. It's gonna be about how we close today. That's the biggest thing. Because we've seen so many times where we rally and then towards the end of the day we just start selling off. So we need to see not a sell off. Basically, is what I'm saying. I need this to hold. I need that Nvidia to break it the downtrend. And let's look at Riot stock again. Why is Riot stock not in my favorites? It should be in my favorites. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Look what happens when you take your time, let it come down, follow the signals. Look at that. Imagine if I had alerted it at 1420. Chasing high, hoping it goes higher. Hell no. Look at that. Would you look at that, guys? Look at that. If I had alerted, we'd be down 30 cents on 500 shares. We'd be down what? How much is that? Am I dumb? 150 bucks. Wow. Yeah, we'd be down 150 bucks already on 500 shares. But that's why I keep saying follow the signals, be patient, be disciplined. We actually took profit on the covered on the shares. We bought back the covered calls and took profit on the shares at the right time. That's called being precise. A little bit of intuition there, but I also wanted the $100 for you guys because you should be up again 250 days again, and you're building good habits. Building good habits. Okay, so any questions? Any questions, guys? This is the time. This is the mentor live stream. This is where you ask questions. Ask away. Right now, we're just gonna sit back and watch Right Stock come on down, and we will yeah, dude, can you believe we made $250 in the first 3 days of the mentor live stream? Think about how crazy that is. Because Joey Shaw, he has to work 8 hours for $20 an hour. That's $160 in 1 day of work, in 8 hours worth of work. So, we already made that. So we didn't have to work the 8 hours. So that's crazy, right? That's crazy. Just imagine when we just remember that when we start making next week, the goal is to make $320, which means we made $320 next week. We will make $320 next week, just clicking buy and clicking sell, not having to work 16 hours for that money. Think about that. Would you rather work 16 hours or make $320 every week? I don't know. It just seems like very easy math. I'd rather make the $320 clicking buy, clicking sell, and playing it safe and building good habits. Sound and QBTS. Sound is that you just gotta wait on that one. That one is slow. Should come down. I'm still waiting for that one for $10. So I'm not concerned about that one. What's the other one? What is it talking? QBTS? Is that's a buy. Any quantum stock right now is a buy. They all follow one another. Yeah, it's a buy. It's the exact same pattern. 71 cents, pumped to $10, came down to the purple line, pumped huge to 46. It's just like any quantum stock, RGTI, IonQ, these are all a buy right now. Like, it's not a buy up here, that's for sure. At least you're not buying up here like some idiots. Some people bought all the way up here. Can you believe that? Can you believe there's people that bought all the way up there? They chased high, hoping it goes higher. That's just silly. QUBT, same exact thing, right? Down here, nice and cheap, boom. Down here, nice and cheap, boom. Down here, nice and cheap, and we would expect the same exact cycle. If out of all these quantum stocks, I would pick RGTI or IonQ because those are safer. They have growing revenues, specifically IonQ, not so much RGTI. Because these go way under the purple line. So, yeah, just pick one, but try to pick the best one. Is basically what I'm saying. How are the bearish market measures doing? What is this guy talking about? Does this guy not understand what's going on here? Bear market measures doing? What is he saying? I don't understand what he's saying. We just made money. What are you talking about, buddy? We made money and it went up. I don't know. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Bear market measures? Okay, let's go back to Riot Stock. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful, guys? It came down right to the purple line on the 3-minute time frame. Let's see if it gives us that beautiful signal. Now we wait for the crossover. White line crossing over the yellow line. Now we wait for that. I have Redwire stocks actually averaged it down. Now comes 860. Keep it or sell it. 8% down, sitting on them from 3 months or more. I don't know what that is. What's Redwire? This one, RDW? You've been holding it for 3 months? That means huh? No way, you've been holding it since the top? That's what 3 months would be September, and September it topped out here. Or you bought down here and you saw it rally to 11 and for some reason you just kept holding it and you were greedy and didn't want to take profit, and then you held it all the way down, which would be would be funny because I always tell people that story. There's been so many people who do that. It's not just you. There are people who do that. They buy and then it rallies and they keep holding it because they want to get rich quick or whatever stupid idea they have in their head, and then they hold it all the way back down to their average, and then they just hold it all the way down to you know to new lows. Down 10%. I don't. It's up to you what you want to do, but it's rallying with the markets. So I mean, I this looks like garbage to me. I would never even. People always ask me, what would you do if you're holding, a bag on this stock or you're holding red on this stock? What would you do? And I'm like, I would not be in that situation because I buy good companies, not garbage. I buy stocks that go up over the long term on the charts, not this weird downtrend that it's been in since 2025 of this year. Like this whole year has just been going lower and lower and lower. Like that's just garbage. Like I would just never touch this. I would never put myself in this situation in the first place. That's why it's always hard to answer these questions of, hey, what would you do if you were holding, down 10% on this stock that you've been holding for 3 months? Like, buddy, I would just never be in that situation. Especially because I would never touch this because this just keeps, like this whole year, it just keeps going lower. Like, what is this? This is garbage. Who wants to trade something that just keeps going lower? So I just wouldn't put myself in that situation. I don't think I haven't done that in a long time. I just would never, that's just something I wouldn't do. It's just not, that's just weird. Let me buy something that keeps going down. I can't answer that. That's on you. Either take it as a learning lesson and never do this again. And next time ask me like, hey, can you check these stocks for me and make sure I'm not buying something that just keeps going down? That'll save you the trouble. Because if you've been holding for 3 months, that's kind of bad. You should not be holding 3 months worth of downside on a stock. So yeah, you do what you want. That looks like a double top. That looks like this is just garbage. I would just never even put myself in that situation. So again, you just do what you got to do. I cannot help you on that one. I just would never put myself in that situation. This is why I always tell people buy good companies. Oh, look at that. Look at Riot stock bouncing off the purple line, white line crossing the yellow line. We're waiting for the signal. Let's get it. Let's get that signal and we'll call it a day. What is Bitcoin doing? Is Bitcoin we might not buy because Bitcoin is showing me some weakness here. We might have to wait till end of day to buy. That might be the safer move. You can see it follows Bitcoin 1-for-1. Look at that. Bitcoin chart, Riot chart. Bitcoin chart, Riot chart, right? It just kind of doing the exact same thing, so. Yeah, like I said, it's hard to answer that. I would just buy APLD. Like if you told me, "Hey, Shades, I'm holding 10% down in APLD," I'd be like, "What's the problem? You just hold that sucker because that thing will go back up to 30 plus. It already did it once; it'll do it again." But man, you were buying garbage. That's just a lack of experience. That's fine. Just take it as a lesson, and you'll be fine. You just don't do it again. Just don't do it again. Bitcoin downtrend. What about Bitcoin downtrend? What about it? Yeah, it has not broken that downtrend. It needs to break it. That's why I'm a little hesitant to buy Riot. But if I do buy Riot, I can sell covered calls, and then if it tanks, I make money. So it's like, BBAI, I'm sure people are getting their, whatever. They're getting hard because it went up 10%. As per usual. Yeah, I think today is one of those days where you just got to recognize, hey, looking good, but let's wait till the end of the day. About 2:50 p.m. I will be alerting in the Discord. I will not be streaming, but 2:50 p.m. today. What? 3 hours from now? 3 hours and a half. 3 hours and 50 minutes from now. I will be alerting. We should get a good look of how we're gonna close by 2:30. Because right now it looks good, but we've seen this before. Oh, it looks good, and then it just sells off at the end of the day. So I like MVST. I like that one. But again, we got to bottom out on the markets first before I start hammering calls. APLD holding up. I think APLD might get another big day tomorrow. I mean, on Monday. Oh, but we got Christmas next week. Christmas is next week, guys. So if you remember Thanksgiving, the stock market was pretty slow for the holidays. So I expect next week to be kind of slow. Like, don't expect much. That's just how it is. People going to visit, traveling, etc. People celebrating, relaxing from the market. So next week, yeah, for Christmas, don't expect much around the holidays. It's probably going to be very slow for all of next. Pretty much things aren't going to pick up until like mid-January at this point, is what I would expect because that happens every year. I think I have to boot Shaz from the Discord if I recall. Yeah, I think that's next week. Gonna give her the Christmas boot. The Christmas boot. All right, so building good habits next week. Expect it to be slow. Riot stock. We're waiting for the signal. It's not coming just yet. We need the signal. I need that signal before I go. All right, guys, we'll call it there. We'll call it there. I'm gonna buy probably around 2:30, 2:50 p.m. If you're in the Discord, be ready for those alerts. That's day 3 of the Mentor live stream of $250. Poor Joey Shaw. That guy had to work 10 plus hours to make the same amount. Can you believe that? 10 plus hours to make that same amount we made just clicking buy and clicking sell. And building good habits, of course. So there you go, guys. We're going to start to scale up. So be ready for those alerts in the Discord. We're going to scale up. We're going to scale up and we're going to be making more. Poor Joey Shaw, man. When we start making 500 a day, that sucks for him because he's got to work, 8 hours to make 160? Ooh, he's got to work 3 whole days to just barely make $500. Can you believe that? 3 whole days, 24 hours of his life to make 500. We will be making that in one day. Just you wait and see. Look forward to talking to you guys in the next Mentor live stream on Monday. That is it. I'll see you guys in the next one.